Don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel because this is the biggest motivation for me to continue to create more and better videos for you. In my opinion, there are two types of goods in Hermes, QB and non-QB. So QBs are like quarterback, Hermes, Birkin, Kelly, and the rest of the goods are non-quarterback goods. Let's focus on the non-quarterback goods for a moment. The material cost, time, human labor to create all these non-quarterback goods for different departments are way lower than how things are actually cost. For example, the Macau Mahjong game is selling for about 12,000 USD right now. Even considering some leather lids and handle of the Mahjong set, you know you're paying way too much than you should. It's considered a high margin. Not all the goods created equally. You would definitely find some relatively reasonable priced Hermes items compared to the Mahjong set, but overall, you know you're paying more than what you should. Because Hermes store return policy is credit only, so once you buy these items, you cannot get a refund, and the only thing you can get is a store credit if you return the goods. Let's say you choose to resell these goods immediately, you will have to lose quite some money, depends on what the item is. Jewelry, you can get about 30% back, depends on how high demand this piece is. If ready to wear, you will have to lose a lot. How much do you think that people are willing to pay for the Mahjong set if you were to resell it? Let's say you decide to use all the Hermes goods yourself and keep it to your future generations under the condition that your future generation wants them. Until the item is torn and not usable anymore, congratulations, you have used up all the value, all the price that you have paid for this item. And if your future generation doesn't want it, they will still decide to resell the item. Either way, you lose money-wise. Now let's move on to the bread and butters of Hermes. These quarterbacks, Birkins or Kellys. This is a Hermes Birkin 25 here, and it costs 11,400 to purchase it. For the bag alone. I'm not arguing to say that the value of this bag does not worth the retail price. I give some credit to the artisans who did have to learn the skills, come the long way to be able to even make this bag, the time and everything that cost that comes into this bag. However, I did read a Wall Street Journal article a while back. The article mentioned that the girlfriend really wants her Hermes Birkin bag. The boyfriend couldn't afford it. So what happened was the boyfriend bought all the material, took classes, and learned how to make a bag. And he made her a Birkin bag. The Birkin bag was not perfect or anything, but I think it mentioned that it cost him about $600 in total to make this bag. It was a very touching story, but I'm trying to tell you is that to give you some perspective, does it really cost $11,400 to make this bag? On the surface, if you are reselling a brand new Birkin 25 or Kelly 25 in a neutral color and a good leather, they all resell for way higher. But bear in mind though, you have to pay whichever platform you're selling at with a fee. After you get it all in, you will have to take a cut. The resale price of your bag is also affected by other factors, like if your bag is in a crazy bright color, orangey, red, yellow, you will get a lower price. Or if your bag is in a bigger size like Birkin 35, you pay more to get it in the boutique. However, you sell it for less in the secondhand market because after all, less people want bigger Birkins or Kellys these days. The condition of the bag also matters. You're selling the bag immediately or after your bag has some sign of wear, and then when you try to resell it, you will get even less. After considering all these facts, the resale value is good, but it's certainly not as good as you think. We talk about if you have a Birkin 25 or Kelly 25 already, But many of you know that we cannot just buy a Birkin 25 without purchasing anything else from the boutique. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I almost didn't spend anything to get my Birkin 25 or Kelly 25 except the Paris, but I highly doubt that, and I'm so curious about that person's spending history. What I'm trying to tell you is that no one can get a Birkin 25 without purchasing anything else. And you have to take all the information that you receive online with a grain of salt. After the craziness in 2020, it's been tougher for all of us try to get quota bags from the boutique nowadays. And I think if you want to get a Birkin 25 or Kelly 25, spending extra 20 or 30,000 is the new norms here, especially in a competitive city. It could be more or less, depends on who your SA is and some other factors, but you know the rough range is there. Let's get a median value. Say you spend about 25,000 to get a Birkin 25 and the Birkin is $11,400. So your total spending is about $36,000 for a Birkin 25. Let's say you were about to resell your Birkin and all the other purchase together, and you definitely lose a lot of money on the non-quota bag stuff. Depends on the color, hardware, leather of your Birkins or Kellys. You can make a little profit on the bag itself, but can your profit of this bag cover all the losses for your all non-quota bag purchases? You are lucky if you could, because with the current spending ratio, most people would not be able to. On top of that, you spend your time to go in and out of the boutique, the time you think about how to respond to your SA, the time you think about what to buy next, when am I gonna get my bag. These all cost the most important thing in your life, which is time. My personal shopping experience comparing Hermes to all the other luxury brands in the market, I do think Hermes is the most time-consuming one. To build a relationship with your SA, you have to think about everything your SA is saying, what she or he meant. Make sure you have a good relationship with your SA so you have a higher chances to be offered a bag versus other luxury brands SA. I don't have to play the guessing game or really trying hard to build the relationship. If you don't spend all this time to buy Hermes, how would you spend this time somewhere else to start a business of your own, create something, or generate some small income for yourself? How much is your hour worth after all? Removing all the money side of things, how you really feel about your Hermes journey, your experiences, only you know yourself deep down. Do you have a good SA that always take care of you and your entire Hermes journey is flower and roses and you always get what you want? Or you really spend a lot but got nothing in return? That certainly leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. You feel sad, anxious, angry, and you see the world, everyone has unboxing video. You feel everyone has a Birkin, but just not you. You're just saying, please take all my money and give me the bag already. But no bag is happening. When you already spent over 30,000 and it's been 3 years, you haven't been offered anything. That feeling is definitely not a good feeling. You're anxiously waiting because you worry you run the risk of not being offered anything at all. Only you know how you feel deep down. Calculate how much you spent on the non-quota bag stuff and the quota bag together. And if you were to resell everything, how much you can get it back. Roughly, you will know where you are with the money value. Add some other costs like time and energy to build a relationship. How much is your 1 hour worth? If you don't spend it buying your mask, how much can you make? The feelings, only you know how you feel deep inside. Is it all sweet or it's bittersweet? Or you are scarred by Hermes? Considering all these three aspects of things, money, other costs, and feelings, you will know if Hermes is really worth buying for you. When I spent so much money in my Paris trip last time and I couldn't get anything in return, I was not offered a quota bag at all. That was certainly a big disappointment to me. Add up all the money, other spending, and the feelings inside, I know Hermes is not worth buying for me, but I'm still buying Hermes. Why am I still buying Hermes? You have to check out my video. Why are we still buying Hermes if it's so hard? What do you think? Is Hermes worth buying for you? Leave me a comment down below to let me know. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.